Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my favorite products that I used in the year 2024, some of the makeup products I discovered in 2024. So this video is just going to be about makeup. If you want a skincare and hair care version of this, let me know. If not, I'm not doing it if no one's going to watch it. I'm so glad that we're completing another year. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you all for subscribing to my channel and for watching my videos and constantly supporting my channel. Wishing each and every one of you all a very, very happy new year. I hope that this year was good for a lot of you all, and if it was not, there is always another year, and that's the reason I'm always looking forward to New Year's, because it gives you hope. And I hope that the next year is a lot more kinder to you and you're able to achieve whatever you want to. And if you've already been doing really well this year, I hope the next year is just going to add on to that. And I hope most of us are just grateful for everything that happened. Wishing all of you all a more prosperous, healthy, happy new year. So yeah, with that, we'll get started with the favorites. It's going to be a long video, so I hope you have the patience for this one. Now in the primer category, of course, this one is not something that I discovered in 2024, but I used it a lot, and in fact I'm almost going to empty this one up. This one is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. You've heard my thoughts on this one. I absolutely love it. It can just amp up your makeup game irrespective of the products you're using. It just makes it look so fine and polished. And another primer that I absolutely love is from e.l.f. This one is their Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I like it because it's very nice and pore filling, and it also can be used all over your face. It gives you a very nice soft blurry finish, but this is not a very hydrating primer, but this one gives you a nice glow. I like it. I prep my skin really well with a good moisturizer, and these primers work really well with that. Those are pretty much both of the primers that I used a lot. I am trying to use up this Huda Beauty primer, but it's not my absolute favorite primer, but I have been using this quite a bit as well. Next up in the foundation category, I have quite a lot to talk about. So the first one is my absolute favorite foundation of all time. This one is the Horse Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I got this last year, but I started to use it a lot this year. I absolutely love the coverage, the finish. It has a very beautiful medium high coverage, but it looks very skin-like. Subtle glow to it as well. I really like it. It just works on any skin day, and I really like this. I have this one in the shade 270 light medium neutral, which matches me pretty well. Now my face and my neck are completely different shades, and my chest is a complete different shade. So I try to match my foundation to my chest when I'm wearing like tops that are a little bit more like deeper in terms of the neckline, or if I'm wearing something like this, of course I try to match it to my face. But today I couldn't do that because I already filmed another video, but yeah, it matches me pretty well. Anyways, next up I have this one is the Nude Sticks Tint Cover Foundation. I think this was mentioned in my last year favorites as well. I've used it so much. It's a very nice skin-like foundation that gives you a really nice polished look. This one, the e.l.f. primer, they're just match made in heaven. They don't look very detectable on the skin. I mean, just gel so well together and looks like you know what you're doing, even if you haven't put in a lot of effort. It's very pleasing to look at when you have these products on your face. Another product that I have is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This I've used it for a good 6 months straight, and I haven't even emptied this one up. This is an everyday tinted moisturizer that I like to use. Also very light in terms of coverage. So if you want a lot of coverage, you would probably not like these two products. Again, very similar in terms of coverage, but the finish of this one is a little bit more luminous than this. Both very long lasting products, and I use this straight from August, like pretty much every single time I'm getting ready. This is the tinted moisturizer I reach out for. Of course, when it comes to foundation discovery, how can I not talk about this? This is the TIRTIR Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. I have this one in the shade 31 and French Beige, which is a little bit darker for my skin tone, but I can keep this for the summer months, and that's the reason I just don't want to get a lighter shade. I'm not sure of the oxidation, because a lot of people mention that this visibly oxidizes a lot, but because this shade is also a little bit darker, maybe that's the reason I didn't really notice a visible oxidation on my face. But I really like the finish, the coverage of this one, and it gives you a most skin-like seamless blend, and it's easy to carry this around as well. But if you have very oily skin and live in humid climates, maybe you have to set it with a good loose powder or anything. I'm not sure how it would hold up because I don't have that skin type. I can't really talk about it. And then some more like comparatively affordable products. This is the LoveChild Skip Everything 4-in-1 Blurring Serum Tint. I have this one in the shade Honest Honey. This is one of my favorite skin tints I've tried out. It has a very nice blurring finish on the skin. It gives you good medium coverage, and something I can use on a daily basis or for special occasions. Photographs really well. This wears really well on me. I've heard a lot of people mention that this kind of like slips away from your face and all of that. I never had any such issues with these skin tints. I really like it. You can pick it up on a good discount. And then my Keto Daily Dewy Serum Foundation. I've almost emptied one bottle of this. Again, a very serum like foundation, but it gives you flawless finish, doesn't exaggerate, emphasize anything, gives you again good medium coverage, won't exaggerate anything. I absolutely love this product and I highly recommend you guys try this one out. And then a newer discovery that I had this year was the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Medium buildable coverage, a little bit on the pricier side even compared to Kiro and all of the other products I am going to be mentioning henceforth, but it also has that very radiant finish, like somewhat like the Anastasia Luminous foundation. I really like the finish this one gives me, the coverage and everything. So you can just pick and choose the one you want to. I'm just talking about all of that I discovered. I can't really give you a comparison as such. It depends on how your preference is. And then a Staze HD Glow Foundation. This has a similar finish like the Nude Sticks one. If you wanted an affordable alternative, this could be that. And it has slightly lesser coverage than the Nude Sticks one, not going to deny it, but you can build it on to that. And it has that same finish, same kind of polished look on the face. I have this one in the shade 315N, which matches me pretty well. And another product that I always refrain from talking about, but I recently discovered that this has that finish of my favorite foundation. And this one is the Dermaco 2% niacinamide high coverage foundation. It has pretty good coverage, beautiful finish, again very like very flawless demi-matte finish, and doesn't exaggerate anything. And this is a very underrated foundation in my opinion, and maybe a lot of people would refrain from trying it because of the brand, I'm not sure, but I really like this product. So those are pretty much all of the foundations that I used. Now coming to concealers, my Huda Beauty 4 Filter Concealer is something I reach out for so much. Even if my skin is very dry, it works out really well for me. It gives really good coverage. I have this one in the shade 4.5G, but my everyday concealer happens to be this one from Lancome. So for a very skin-like finish, light medium coverage, day-to-day usage, I use the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. If you have very dry skin, mature skin, a lot of wrinkles, and you feel like most of the concealers just crease up, cake up, you could probably try this, but don't expect a lot of coverage. I have to use a color corrector on days where I feel like my dark circles are very intense or the pigmentation around my mouth is also pretty intense. But this again pairs really well with the e.l.f. Power Grip one, Nude Sticks, Laura Mercier, and this just combination, a match made in heaven. So for those very full coverage concealer days, of course, I still use my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use concealer, because this is that full coverage concealer that's very long lasting. But maybe if you have very dry skin, you'd probably not like it. But there have been days where, you know, the dark circles like have been so intense, and the darkness on the inner part of my eye has been so intense that no other concealer could work, and this was the only one that helped me out. I've been through a fair share of stress this year. I've been through a fair share of ups and downs, and because of that, it took a toll on my health, my sleep patterns and everything. And with a toddler, it's just a little bit more harder. So yeah, these concealers did help me quite a bit. Now coming to affordable concealers that stole my heart this year. This one is the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. I think I had this in my last year favorites as well. This is a very good product to use on a daily basis. If you have very dry skin, you're looking for a good concealer in the affordable range, which on Myntra you can always find this on a flat 30% off. It gives you a good like medium coverage, sort of dewy finish, serum like dewy finish, so it doesn't cake up underneath your eyes, it doesn't fade away, you don't really even have to set this. It's quite long lasting. Absolutely love it. And then this one is the Insight No Smudge Concealer. I know a lot of people don't really like this, but I absolutely love it. It's not as dewy as the NYX one, but it does have a subtle amount of dewiness to it. Very good lasting power, good coverage, and for the price, it's a good product. It didn't even oxidize on me as much. And the recent discovery that turned out to be a favorite for me is from Mars. This one is their Cancel Concealer. I have this one in the shade 05, which is a good match for me. Actually, this is the shade 04. I'm not sure where I kept the shade 05. Okay, which is a very good match for me. I really like the blendability. It is a matte concealer, but it's super blendable, doesn't cling on to your under eye area. It gives you an easy blend, seamless finish, good medium high coverage, and very good lasting power without drying your under eyes out. And also you don't really have to even set this. It's a miracle in a bottle. I absolutely love it. Next up, I have powder. For powder, I just used only one product. This one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Matte Powder Foundation, and I have this one in the shade 4N2 Spice Sand. This is not like any other powder foundation. It doesn't have as much coverage as your typical powder foundation would, but I like it because it has a subtle amount of coverage, but it's also not a very cakey looking powder foundation. So that's the reason it works really well for my skin. I like it to like set my makeup in place. It keeps it in place for a really long time. And out of all of the pressed powders, powder foundation, loose powder, I reached out for this one the most this year. I was going to drop it. Next up, let's talk about blushes because I have quite a few of those to talk about. The Beauty blush, I absolutely love this. I love the blendability, lasting power. I love the shade. It's a nice, beautiful nude shade for my skin tone, which is called Mon Armor. I really like this. I've used this a ton this year. And then I really like my Pixie On The Glow blush. I initially used to detest this product, but I really am sticking to blushes with a lot more red undertone to it because I feel like it's a lot more natural looking on my skin. With that being said, would I suggest you go out and buy this? Not really, because it doesn't really have a very long lasting power on your skin, and it's not very intensely pigmented, but it works on days where I want my makeup to be very subtle. So surprisingly, I started to reach out for this so much. But what highlighted my blush game was this Huda Beauty blush filter liquid blush. I got it in as many shades as I could because I absolutely love these blushes. I have the shade Latte on my face right now. It's a beautiful nude brown shade, like with a little bit of mauve undertones. Works really well as a bronzer as well. And I absolutely love the blendability, the pigmentation of this. And if there's one product from this video, if you have to pick up, it has to be this. Of course, they don't really go on very vast discounts, and that's the reason I mentioned in a lot of my videos that I got most of these shades from TIRTIR Beauty because they have really good discount. And I bought some of these liquid blushes for like a 500 rupees discount. And I also recently bought the Huda Beauty primer, which is also a really good primer, actually very nice pore filling primer. And I got this Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette for free. Okay, and I really I was looking forward to trying this out, so that's a good deal for me. These e.l.f. liquid blushes, they are so good. I feel like they are so much better than the Rare Beauty dewy blushes. Particularly the matte ones are a little bit more long lasting than the dewy ones. The dewy ones, like once I'm done with blending, it's just gone, but this has better lasting power. I have this one in the shade Suave Mauve and Dusty Rose. Both of these look so good on my skin tone, and they have minute shimmer particles to it, but they're not very visible. I've tried it in different lightings as well. I absolutely love it. It doesn't exaggerate or emphasize any texture on my face. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand, and I really like this product because again it has that red undertone and it looks so natural on my skin tone. Every single time I wear this, there are people who would never notice your makeup on usual days and would never compliment you, but there are some people like that in my life too, but have noticed this blush and were like, it's so natural. It looks so beautiful. What blush is that? And it's definitely this one. This is so good, you guys. Again, good lasting power, good blendability. I absolutely love it. And a recent favorite of mine, which I just discovered, and that's the reason I was like a little iffy if I should include it in this video. This one is a Prosh Jelly Tint, which is a dupe for the Milk Makeup one. This is so much better than the Milk Makeup tint. This is in the shade Raspberry, which has a beautiful red undertone again, and it's so easy to blend. It's long lasting, it's seamless finish, and again would fetch you a lot of compliments. Another blush that I absolutely love is this one. This is the Mars Liquid Blush in the shade Horizon, I think. Blushar, or no, I don't know what is this shade. It is a deep berry shade, and again the blendability, the lasting power is amazing. Nobody would guess the price of this. Now when it comes to color correctors, I have this Bobbi Brown color corrector in the shade Deep Peach. Deep Peach is lighter than Dark Peach, if you guys were wondering. This is a nice color corrector for my skin tone. I'm almost going to empty this one up because I use it pretty much every single day, and it is not the most like thick, intensely pigmented color corrector, so it works really well when you're using a concealer on top of this. And another one is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Brightener, which is my favorite product to use when I have very intense dark circles and I need a little bit of brightening underneath my eye. It's what I have today as well. I absolutely love this product. It has a little bit of a sticky texture because of that putty formulation, so just keep that in mind. And of course my Huda Beauty color corrector. Love this one. Now coming to contour, I absolutely love these two. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is a really nice contour for my skin tone. I really like it because it's kind of subtle. I don't really like very intense contour on my skin tone, on myself, for my face shape and my structure. So I like it like this, where it's a little bit mellow, but it looks like it's there, but it's not there. It's very easy to blend this. You can go heavy-handed with it as well, but it'll blend away in no time. And a very good alternative is actually e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour. This is very similar in terms of shade, blendability and everything. So if you wanted an affordable alternative, you can try this out. This is what I discovered this year, and it is again a very good product. And for bronzer, I have been really liking this Pixi On The Glow bronze. This is in the shade Beach Glow, which is really nice. I mean, it looks like it's very shimmery, right? But it doesn't translate like that on the face, and it gives you a really nice warm bronzer look. So I really like it. And then these two products are also something I have reached out for so much. This one is the Rare Beauty stick bronzer. So nice, so creamy. I have this one in the shade Always Sunny. Beautiful shade of bronzer for my skin tone, and I always get this one to blend in no time. Okay, it's just a very easy on the go product if you want to own it. It's very creamy, but it's also pricey, and I saw that recently on Sephora India. It was going on really good discount, so you could pick it up. This is from a brand called Sunny's Face. It was available on the Cult app, but that app is dormant now, so I'm not sure if you can still find this. This is in the shade Palisander, which is a beautiful cool tone contour. Again, very seamless blend. Just blend away. It just blends like this, like this. Another bronzer that I recently discovered is actually from Too Faced. This one is their Chocolate Soleil bronzer. It's again a really nice warm bronzer. Nothing out of the world, but I discovered it. I have it in my everyday makeup bag, which I carry everywhere, and it gives me a really good blend again. So that's the reason I'm mentioning this. But you don't really have to buy everything I'm mentioning. It's just my favorites, you know. I'm not recommending this over that. I'm just talking about everything I discovered, everything I loved. This one is from Lancome. This is their multi-use stick in the shade Bold Drama Neutral Medium. Again, a really good affordable bronzer. Every single time someone asks me for a stick bronzer that is affordable, I recommend this because you can always find this on discount as well, and it has really good pigmentation, blendability, lasting power. It's what I have on this side of my face. Can you see that? It's beautiful, no? For a powder bronzer that I have been reaching out for so much, this is from NARS. This is their Laguna bronzer. This gives you the kind of warmth that I've not seen in any bronzer in a really long time. It has the right amount of pigmentation, right amount of blendability. A travel size of this would do. It would last you for a lifetime, and such a good bronzer. Now coming to powder blushes, there's just one I think that I actually really liked, even the MAC Melba blush. But apart from that, I really like my Too Faced soft Cloud Crush blurring blush. I use this so much. Even now, like, it gives you a very seamless finish. It doesn't look very powdery. It has a very blurring blush on the face. Love it. Love, love, love this. Okay, my table is filled with things, but I'm not able to find it. My favorite liquid highlighter for this year is actually from K Beauty, their liquid illuminator. I think that's what it's called. And then moving on to eyes. For eyebrow products, I did have a fair share of eyebrow products that I used and used up also. The first one is this Etude House Drawing Eyebrow. This is a really nice affordable eyebrow pencil, but it is a little bit rigid to use and to line. And then an affordable one is from Mars. This one is their Micro Precision Brow Pencil. Good pigmented, gives you good definition. But my recent favorite is from Hilary Rhoda, which is I think in the shade dark brown or black, but this is what I have on my eyebrows. It gives you that most naturally filled in brows. It looks beautiful. It doesn't look too much. It gives you precision again. And my inside eyebrow pencil is something I have been reaching out for. I also have something from e.l.f, which I have been using so much. I've also been using the e.l.f eyebrow pencil, which is also really nice. It doesn't have that slanted tip. It has like this, like a kajal. So just that it's a little bit harder to like apply to the inner corner of your eyebrows. But otherwise, it's a nice eyebrow pencil. All of it affordable. I don't believe in buying very expensive eyebrow pencils because I use it pretty much every day. And I will tend to empty it up a lot sooner. For eyeshadow palette, I really like the Lamel eyeshadow palette. This one is in the shade 402. Such a nice cool toned eyeshadow palette. I always reach out for this and have used it a ton. Even now I have this brown shade all over my lid for that cool tone thing to match my outfit. And then a newer discovery is from Mars. This one is their Blooming eyeshadow palette. Such beautiful shades, such nice formulation. The matte is nice and soft, pigmented, very easy to blend, doesn't go on patchy, doesn't skip. And the shimmer shades also have that very beautiful sheen, not that dry texture. So they have that punch and they just look beautiful on the eyes. They're not like the older Mars eyeshadows where they feel a little bit dry. These are like soft. And now moving on to mascaras. For mascaras, for brown, I have this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I absolutely love this. It's a brown mascara, so you can't really see a stark difference, but it looks nice, okay? Not necessarily something you need to purchase, but my MAC Stack mascara is something I have reached out for so much. Good volumizing, lengthening mascara, very long lasting, doesn't flake on your eyes, and easy to wash it off. A more waterproof alternative to that is the L'Oreal Panorama mascara. It's also very nice, volumizing, more volumizing and lifting than the MAC one itself. So all of these are really good mascaras that I've used. The Benefit FanFest mascara is also really nice, not like any of these, because it actually gives you that good curl and it holds that curl like that for a while. So that is why I reach out for this one. And I also of course have my Huda Beauty One Coat Wow mascara. It gives you insane amount of length and volume, but it just is a little bit of a drier formulation, and over time it crumbles and settles onto the under eye area, which I did test. Apart from that, everything else is nice, but these have that, you know, that it's not dry, it's not powdery. These don't feel like that, but this one does. Now moving on to lips, which is a vast category, I agree. For lip liners, there are only 2 lip liners that I reached out for the most. This one is a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. I have this one in the shade Mark of a Kiss. These are really nice lip liners. I don't really like to spend a lot on expensive lip liners because I tend to sharpen it, but this gives you precision. It gives you that kind of beautiful lining where you don't really feel like it's going to fade away in a way. If it's not going to bleed, it's not too creamy, but it's not too hard to work with. Such good quality lip liners, but a very affordable alternative to that is the Mars lip liner. This shade in Deep Dawn I've used so much, and I've also sharpened it quite a bit, and I really like it. It's what I have used even today to line my lips. So good, everyday, like it just works with any of my nude lipsticks. If you own this one lip liner, you can actually fix most of your lipstick issues. And then for lipsticks, I do have a vast amount of lipsticks to talk about. My Lakme Matte Melt Liquid Lip Color in the shade Mocha Shot. I use this so much even now. My Lakme lipstick in the shade Chocolate Temptation, which is in my laptop bag, because every single time I'm going out without any lip product, I have that one. I touch it up quickly. The Raw Matte Velvet Tint in Vintage Taupe. Absolutely love this beautiful nude shade. It's a nice, beautiful, warm nude, warm pinkish nude shade for my skin tone. And then my MAC Powder Kiss liquid lipsticks. These give you a really nice blurry finish on the lips, super lightweight, and you would absolutely love it if you have very dry lips. These are not transfer proof, but if you want that blurring effect on your lips, you could try this out. And then for liquid lipstick as such, I recently discovered the Staze liquid lipsticks. They have really good shades and really good formulation. Actually, they are matte. They are very lightweight and pretty much transfer proof, so really good. This one and the Lakme one are something that I tend to reach out for a lot, which are also transfer proof. The L'Oreal lipsticks in the shade Worth It, Intense, Learn Nude, Assertive, beautiful shades. I like the formulation of this L'Oreal Bullet lipstick. MAC lipstick in the shade Warm Teddy is my favorite nude shade to use pretty much on a day-to-day basis. And then Charlotte Tilbury So 90s, which is a beautiful brownish mauve shade. I like this one too. I've used this one a ton. And bullet lipsticks that took me by surprise is actually from Staze. This one is their Creme de la Matte plus Intense lipstick. This is in the shade Short of Baileys. I have quite a lot of shades in this. Nice creamy lipsticks and a lot of dupes for MAC and high-end lipsticks you can find in this range. And this Staze Velvet Matte plus Intense lip color. This reminds me of the formulation of the original Maybelline lipsticks, like the shade Nude Nuance and all of that. I'm not sure if the shade is very similar, but the formulation is really good. This one is in the shade Brown Spice, beautiful nude. And then the MAC liquid lipsticks in the shade Ponzi. I have so many other shades in this. I've picked up so many shades from this range because I absolutely love it. Some of the deeper shades are a little bit drying compared to the lighter shades. Lighter shades are a little bit more comfortable and more long lasting than the deeper shades, but I still do like the shades that they have in this. This is the shade Ponzi, which is a beautiful deep red. And then coming to like lip oils, lip stain, the LA Girl Glossy lip stain, something I've used throughout the year for gym sessions and everything. It doesn't dry out, doesn't bleed, doesn't fade away, nothing. Beautiful lip stains, very moisturizing on the lips. Something that is a lip oil. This one is LoveChild by Masaba Lip Gelato. This is in the shade Cherry Chino. This shade particularly stains your lip a little bit. It's again nice hydrating lip oil with a good pigmentation to it as well. And then something that is similar to the LA Girl lip stain and is as moisturizing as that is from Kiro. This one is the Lip and Cheek stain in the shade Raspberry Compote. It has that same hydration, lasting power, and it also stains your lip beautifully. But I feel like the LA Girl one does stain your lip a lot more than this. And these Kiro lipsticks, when speaking about Kiro, I've been using these pretty much like the later half of the year. This is the Kiro I'm not sure, it's this packaging of lipsticks. I have some shades that I've been reaching out for, the most mauve macaroon and velvet nude. Velvet nude is like a very subtle nude shade. This one is velvet nude. And I think they have another deeper red shade that I've kept in one of my bags and I can't find it, but that's also a beautiful shade. This is Mauve Macaroon. And then the Mass Lip Drip Mist. I know this a lot of people don't like. Some people really like. I like it. It's moisturizing, pigmented, leaves a very intense stain. I have all of the shades. I absolutely love it. I have the shade Rosewood Drip, which stains my lip the most. I also use the shade Cocoa Drip the most, actually, over even this one. And Etude House Fixing Tint. I have so many shades in this one. I absolutely love the formulation of this. It's a matte lip stain, so it's very lightweight matte, but it's not very, like, some of the lighter shades don't stain your lips as much, but some of the deeper shades do stain your lips a little bit, but it's a little bit more comfortable. And the Kiro gloss, these are one of the most pigmented lip glosses you would ever find. I have this one in the shade Berry Burst, Nutty Nutmeg, all of this very intensely pigmented, and they stain your lips so well. I will insert the lip swatches of all of this, like you can find those videos and watch the lip swatches. I would not be able to include it in this video, but these are so good, you guys. So that's pretty much all of the makeup products I wanted to talk to you guys about. These are what I used majority of this year. Some I discovered this year, some I started to love this year. So let me know what are your favorite products in the comments. Leave me a big list, because if I want to try out some new products, I would definitely look at that list. So let me know in the comments down below what other videos you would like to watch, and make sure to have a safe, happy new year, and go in with a positive mindset. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.